Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the SMU versus Memphis college basketball matchup on Sunday, February 18th, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pick Dawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK to get 15% off. We also have products meant for people who make big bets, people looking to take it to the next level, people with big bankrolls, maybe some one-on-one concierge style service. We have all of those things. But to get them, you have to text the number you see on the screen. They're not available on the website, so all you have to do is text that number if you bet big. But let's get to this one. We've got SMU taking on Memphis, AAC college basketball action. We've got two pretty good teams in this one. I think Memphis has been a little bit to the disappointing side. We'll talk about that in a second. But I think, when we look at, this particular game, I think that, Memphis comes in at 18-7 on the season. That is good enough for 6th in the AAC, while SMU 4th in the AAC at 18-7. So both these teams, certainly have what looks to be a nice record, when you look at it on the surface. But the problem is that in the big games, both these teams have come up somewhat short. This is the second meeting this season, and Memphis won the first meeting. They were home in that one. They won 62-59, so a 3-point win for the Tigers, but they were 7-point favorites, so they didn't cover the spread in that thing. When we look really at the body of work at Memphis, this is a little bit of a head scratcher. Losing last time out against North Texas, I don't think there's a lot of shame in that. They had won 3 in a row, Tulane, Temple, and Wichita State, but the loss to Rice, the loss to UAB, and the other loss to, at Tulane, those are going to hurt. Even the home loss to South Florida, all those very, very much going to hurt Memphis. This is a team that earlier this season was on somewhat of a heater. I think when the committee looks at the total body of work for Memphis, win over Clemson, a team slated to make the NCAA tournament, a win over Virginia, another team slated to make it to the NCAA tournament, a win against SMU, quad 1, a win against VCU, losses to Villanova and Ole Miss, not a lot of shame in that. Win over Arkansas, Michigan, Missouri. So some big-time names and some big-time conferences, but a lot of those teams underperformed this season, and that probably is going to hurt Memphis just a little bit. But the Tigers, 8-17 against the number this season, and I think that tells you a lot about how close a lot of their games have been that they've been in. When we look at SMU on the other side, this team has all the measurables. Like you look at the statistics for SMU, and they kind of jump off the page at you, but loss against Wichita State. They've come into this one winning 5 games in a row, so they're certainly red hot as they get ready to exit the AAC, but they haven't really played most of the top teams in the conference. Really, the toughest team that they played is North Texas, who is a good team, but it's not like the top of the top. We look at the out-of-conference for SMU. They had the win at Florida State, but outside of that, the loss against Arizona State, the loss against Dayton, loss against Wisconsin, loss against Texas A&M. So they've had a lot of opportunities this season against a lot of the big boys from out of conference. They haven't taken advantage of it. I think what you have here is a lot of the similar scenario. I think it is a step-up game for SMU. It is against one of the better teams, and those are the games that they perform the worst in. I'm going to take Memphis in this one. They play in a lot of tight games, and this number looks to be a little too big for me. And I'm going to take Memphis. That's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.